Make lifestyle choices to enhance your well being. This is Natural Inspirations. You are listening to Natural Inspirations Podcast, the show where we have conversations with local natural health experts on the Space and Treasure Coast. Welcome to episode 40. I'm Chris Urquhart. Today we're talking to local organic farmer Nathaniel Fenton about growing nutrient-rich food and understanding an organic label.
Hi, Nathaniel. Thanks for joining me today.
Nice to be here, Chris. Thank you for having me.
So, as an organic farmer, I know you have a passion for real organic farming. Can you explain a little bit what it means to feed the soil and how that kind of works?
Sure. It's a complex process. We're always trying to find better ways to do it here. The best way that we've found is just to keep roots in the ground. And whether it's August when we're first starting to plant crops for the fall, or June, it's about keeping roots in the ground and allowing decomposition to occur. And something that we do with our lettuces, something that we do with our brassicas, our kales, our broccolis, our cabbages, we will decapitate the plant at ground level and we'll just let the roots decay in the soil. And we're not concerned about the proliferation of pathogens for that particular crop because what's going to follow that crop is of a completely different family than what preceded it. So the benefits of the root mass of that plant, which far exceeds the mass of the above ground portion of the plant, that is feeding the soil, the decomposition of that plant matter. And though it doesn't feed the soil directly, its constituent parts broken down over the course of many months will feed 4 months on, 5 months on, 6 months on.
That dark, healthy soil matter, that's what you're saying, everything that breaks down, that's what provides the nutrients in the soil. Is that correct? And then, of course, that impacts what you're growing, right? So that directly comes back around to us and the food becomes more nutrient rich. Is that the connection
Yes.
made? So you guys are what's called a real organic project certified farm. Can you give me a brief definition of what that means?
The Real Organic Project was founded by people who had direct involvement with the USDA on the level of the National Organic Program, former board members, former advocates, people who testified before Congress, farmers, people with a concern toward the future of organic farming on multiple levels and from multiple walks of life. And there was a growing understanding as the 90s trucked on and the 2000s came and went that the founding principles of the National Organic Program had been subverted, had been watered down. Every year, these laws go under review. There are suggestions made and voted upon for changing those laws, amending the laws. And some of these changes are to the benefit of farmers, some of these changes are to their detriment. Ultimately, many of the changes occur for financial reasons, for profit reasons, and many of these changes that had occurred for financial and profit reasons, principally the acceptance of hydroponic as organic equivalent, have grossly undermined the effectiveness of the National Organic Program and the USDA certified organic seal that every consumer interested in food is pretty much familiar with. That seal doesn't mean what it meant 10 years ago. And it doesn't mean what it meant 10 years ago, both because that seal sometimes is applied to hydroponically grown products, and because that seal is applied to what amounts to conventionally farmed meats, cheeses, milks. The conditions in which these animals are raised in no way reflects the intent of the original law that founded the National Organic Program in 1990.
Right. So these farmers, they've come up with their own seal, isn't that correct? The Real Organic Project label. And those of you that are certified are having to be a step above, right?
That's right.
Reach the higher level of organic standards that you knew from the past, right? I mean,
That's right.
a non-watered down version.
That's right. So this is the Real Organic Project seal basically represents that we're achieving at least the initial intent of the organic law. So we're not in any way confining our ruminants. We're not confining our cows. We're not essentially mass confining our chickens. We're not doing these things. These animals exist in the open air, in fences that are moving, on rangeland that's managed appropriately to avoid the negative impacts of overgrazing. Those things don't apply if you see only that USDA seal. If you see that, in all likelihood, what you are getting in terms of livestock, in terms of products from cattle, pigs, chickens, you're getting from something that is essentially conventional farming with certified organic feed substituted for conventional feed.
Gotcha.
And that is the biggest reason to seek out Real Organic Project certified farms, is the livestock end of it. The livestock end of it is a profound difference. But even from the standpoint of the produce grower, as our farm is, we don't do livestock currently, and at some point in the future, hopefully. But from our standpoint, we're coming at it from the incursion of hydroponics into organic. And in our market, hydroponics are popular. It's possible to achieve highly uniform results from hydroponics. But at the end of the day, that doesn't benefit the soil. And if you're not putting something back into what you're doing, what are you doing?
Well, Nathaniel, thank you for what you do and the connections that you're making with organic farming in the community. I really appreciate you sharing some of your thoughts and expertise with me today.
Thank you so much, Chris.
And for those listening, be well, stay connected.